This match from Moneyball Northwest brought to you by RodLock. Go to rod-lock.com for the best practice tool in foosball. Or, if you're lazy like me, just look in the description below and we will have a link there. Practice more, reach less, RodLock.
We have fist bumpage, hand clappage, arm stretchage, hair pull backage. All right, that's all. That's all I got. Michael Veit and Don Cisar on the left are going to start with the ball. And here we go. Senior doubles final at Moneyball Northwest. And this will be one of only a couple matches that I do by myself without the homie, Adam Gilson, here. He'll be down here about another 30, 45 minutes probably. It's good, clear, good pickup, by the way, by Veit. I say this all the time. If you're a goalie, I mean, if you clear the ball, you're going to win. And I just refuse to believe otherwise until I'm shown that is not true. That is just what I believe. And by clear it, I don't mean 100%. I mean, if you can clear 60, 65% as a goalie, it favors your team so stinking much. Because you're keeping the ball away from the opposing offense. Phil really likes this flip, flip, flip push. If he flips twice, he's going pull side. Starting off early with the recoil and moonwalking from the table. Like that. I got to admit, one of my biases in foosball is gradually changing due to Phil Schlaefer. I'm just not usually. I'm not. Nice bank, by the way. Lotus Chesbrough banking it from the back. Historically, I've never really been a big fan of the rod throw, the recoil after a shot, making a big deal, of whatever just happened. There's something about when, and watch this, when Phil scores. He'll give a little recoil. He'll step away from the table. He'll get excited. I dig it. I think one of the reasons I like it, the style that he does, is that he's just excited. He's just here to play ball. Nothing toxic about it. Don giving a good fist bump. He's happy about the block, as he should be, by the way. All in good sportsmanship. I'm a fan. I dig it. It's the way foosball should be. Phil saying good pass. I was fixing something, so I didn't see it. That's a good shot. How do we feel about this this camera angle here? Especially on the 5-bar. I like, you can see just how far back that ball is, when, especially brush passing. Or in this situation, you can see that the ball is just out of reach. I like being able to see how far back that ball is. Such a nice, clear view of the whole table there. He's only gone long. This time he goes short. Good shot by Veit. 3-3 game one of the senior doubles finals here at the Moneyball Northwest. Michael Veit with the ball on his 3-bar. He's had quite a few shots. It's gone long all but one. Another long there. Don's saying that is dead bar. Whether or not that's true doesn't matter. It went in the hole, 4-3. Nice long square shot from Michael Veit. He's just been passing at will. I don't know the numbers, but he has a really good percentage on his 5-bar this match. Again, that's a clear to Lotus's forward, who's Phil Schlaefer, setting it up on his 3-bar here. Look to hear from him if he scores here. Timeout. It's not a bad timeout. It's 4-3. You have both timeouts. A lot of energy on the table. A couple blocks there. A lot of goalies don't think that they have the freedom to call that timeout. So if you're a newer player, or if you just an older player who don't, and you don't feel like that's your right to call that timeout, it is 100% your right to call that timeout. Especially when you have both of them. Just burn it. Game one goes to Michael Veit and Don Cisar. Veit shooting good. Phil and Lotus do have the winners bracket, so they just need to win one set. It could be this one or the next one. For Veit and Cisar, if they don't win this set, they don't get another chance. They have to win here. And winning that first game it's a good start. All right, game two. What do y'all see out there? What do you think? It's clear from Lotus here. What a pass. Don up to Veit. Just straight up that top wall. See if Veit looks to go inside here a little bit more. The long has definitely been working for him. Works in there, of course. He's hit a straight. He hasn't tried to go middle a single time. He's thrown two straights out there. One of them went, one of them didn't. Everything else has been long. To be honest, I mean, if it ain't broke, you know the rest of that saying. And for me, I think a middle is in. It's in the list of things I'd like to see him try to do here. By him, I mean Phil Schlaefer. Doesn't really seem to be even looking inside. He's going corner, 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 corner. They paused there. I don't know if you could hear that with our overhead mic. The ball went right off of Phil's 3-bar. And there was a little bit of action on the table, so Don paused and said, "Did we jar you? It's your call." And Phil said, "Yeah, I don't think so." Again, he's just going to those corners. I'd like to see him try at least one middle. It does, and if you tap it and come back to the middle, or if you just stay in the middle and shoot it middle, anything besides going for those corners, because he's really been struggling on the corners. He's not struggling to execute. It's just he's shooting the shot, and there's a guy there to block it. That was a nice hesitation wall pass that Veit somehow blocked. Reels it in here. See if he goes long again. Tries. Gets a little bit of stubby stub on it. Don struggling to clear that. Phil knocks it back in, gets excited a little bit. Any goal is a good goal. There's a phrase in dominoes. People say all money ain't good money. I don't know about all that. Foosball, it's all good. Another good long. Lotus kind of looking off and possibly wondering, what can I do? He keeps going long. He keeps scoring. Nice snag by Phil, by the way. Just look in the middle. See if anything's there. I mean, he's getting out there. That's right off the post. It's not a bad shot. It's just so tight, and the corners just are not working. And if you're his goalie here, you got to, I don't know, maybe between balls or maybe call a timeout or something and just tap your partner on the shoulder and say, hey, just go middle a couple times. Even if you get blocked, at least you open up the corners. Right now, those corners just ain't happening. And he's getting shots. I mean, he's getting pass after pass after pass. And the corners are just not there. They're just not. Don clears it up the table, goes in. No, that's 3-1. 2 more goals on the left side of the table, and this will go to a second set. And again, Phil's 5-bar. It's been sufficient. He's getting shots. He's getting opportunities. And he just keeps looking for these corners, and the corners are just not there. That's the middle. That's the middle. If I'm his goalie, I just want to yell at him, thank you, finally, for going somewhere. And it wasn't straight down the middle. It was a little towards the pull side, but it was something in the inside. And it's a goal. It's a big goal at this point, because he had gotten blocked. I'm guessing off the top of my head, I think he probably got blocked a good 7 or 8 times in a row right there. A rare turnover by Chesbrough. It's his 3rd straight of the entire match. It's 2 for 3 on that. 1 more goal and we're going to a second set. Phil putting the ball back into play. And again, he's been passing really well. He's had so many opportunities. Gets another one here. 5 bar is just like I bet he's 60% or better on the 5 bar, and that is an insane. That's Federico Cogno numbers, by the way. If you're in the 60% range, that is just insane. He's getting a ton of opportunities here. Scored middle last time. Goes push side. He's excited, man. Don doesn't know what happened. He's looking to the crowd. Where was that? He went dead bar on table 3. That's what he's thinking. Switch on the right side of the table for the first time this match. Not completely sure it's warranted. I think if I'm Lotus's partner, I just say, just don't let him go long. Make him go middle, which is what it looks like Phil's doing right here. There are some longs and some shorts available there, but I'm just basically forcing Michael Veit here to go middle. He calls timeout. Shakes his hands like they're pom-poms. Don's coming over, telling him, hey, listen, I went to Taco Bell last night, and this is what I had. This is what he's telling him right now. They got this. You remember the chalupa they used to serve back in the 90s? No, I don't know. That's not what they're saying. We don't have mics down there, so I can't. And so now we switch again. Okay, now they're going back. I don't think Lotus wants that switch. I think she feels she can block him. But if you're Phil, I mean, you switched last time, and then you blocked him, so why would you not stay there? By putting the ball back in play. Shooting to go to a second set here. Tried the middle, didn't work. It's Phil Schlaefer on the 2 bar. Doesn't clear it, goes to Veit on his 5 bar. Don has a couple goals back here. Just clearing it through, and they make it. Lotus has a really nice 5 bar. She's not calling timeout here. And even after 2 blocks, I'm not sure she'll call a timeout. Because she will get the ball through. She'll probably call a timeout here. No, Phil says no. Go ahead and shoot it. I like that. I like it. And you know what? You feel it. You've been struggling. Your partner gets it on the 3 bar. It's a good play. I like that. Good team call on the right side of the table there. And just like that, it's 4-4 in game 2. Yeah, it's a little bit of desperation right there. That didn't look like a smooth, intentional play. Hard shot down the middle of the table. Doesn't clear. All right. Another chance to send it to a second set. The straight's not there and the long is not there. Veit is going to have to go down the middle. That is what Phil is showing. It's what we were talking about earlier, too. By we, I mean me. Timeout on the left side of the table. Phil claps, lets him know. That was an over-the-table clap, by the way. I don't know if y'all saw that. Don putting the ball back into play. Send it to a game, or rather a second set. It's got to be a reset right there. There we go. All right, so the next set, whoever wins this is the senior double champion at Moneyball Northwest. All right, set number 2 in the Moneyball Northwest Senior Doubles Final. Game 1 of set 2. That's a nice shot on goal by Don. And again, if you're the goalie here, she did have a backpin bank in that first game. I believe it was pretty nice. But if you're the goalie in this, especially in this situation, it's nice if you get blocks. It's nice if you don't let slop in. But if you don't clear the ball, it really doesn't matter. Right there, she doesn't clear. Goes to the opposing 5-bar. He passes it and scores. It's 1-0. Yeah, they're pausing again to see if they jarred. Veit didn't even give Phil a chance to respond. He said, "No, I didn't jar." And you could see from that overhead view that it was Phil just didn't catch it. It wasn't a matter of the ball being jarred. But it's no problem with stopping and asking. You know, if you're the goalie in that situation, Don wasn't sure, so stop and ask. It's free to ask. Bob says Phil and Lotus for the win in 2. All right. Lotus putting that one on goal. Diamond for Foos. Hello, fellow Foozer. Hello. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy House of Tournaments coverage of the Moneyball Northwest 2023. This is the senior doubles final. It's the second set. Phil and Lotus had the king seat. And they lost the first set to Michael Veit and Don Cisar. So here we are in the second set, game 1, 1-1. And Phil passing really well in that first set, just struggling to score. Gets a pass through on this one. No surprise there. Tries to go down the middle, which I like, even though he got blocked, because he was really not looking at the middle much in that first set. He only shot maybe 1 the whole set. And there we go, down the middle again. And you don't have to just score there over and over. The fact that he's shooting there, Don will have to look at it. That's just how it works. And if he's not looking at it, that's a goal all day. There's a goal right there. It's okay to get blocked. You just have to let the other goalie know sometimes, I'm not scared to shoot middle. But it's frustrated. She blocked it and went in off that wingman on the outside. Nice pass again by Phil. Just continuing to dominate on the 5 bars. Goes down the middle again. Don's there. But again, I like that he's looking at the middle. Because those corners will open up. They just will. Nice pass. He did that in the first set. That's a really nice pass down the wall to Veit's 3-bar. And Veit not looking in the middle very much in that first set either, but he didn't have to because his straight and his long was just steady work, and that was kind of a chippy. That's what I saw. Things are definitely going in favor of Michael and Don, and as I say that, of course, Phil gets a little wiggler through. He's gone middle probably 3 or 4 times in a row now, so you can look for him to go back to the corners here pretty soon after establishing that he is not afraid to go down the middle. Nice contain there. Came into the zone and did not leave. Continuing to pass at will on that 5-bar. It's really loading up for. Yeah, he was looking at it. He had his man all the way over to the near side, just ready to explode, and went off the post on that push side. It's a nice shot. Just a little too hard, a little too strong. But he's mixing it up. He's gone middle. He's gone push. That'll work out. When you're getting the amount of possessions that he's getting, can't be a bad thing to mix your shots up. And again, failing to clear, this is a struggle. And typically speaking, if you do that twice in a game, one of those will be a goal.
Yeah, buddy, good pick. Good
5-bar shot. He tried that in the first set, and it didn't quite go. And that one was clean, and it did go. 4-2. Michael Veit and Don Cisar. Another pass. He's gone middle a lot. He's gone push. He's gone push again. Don just has his number. Nice bounce pass. Shooting to win game 1 of the second set. He's going to call a timeout. Curious in the Twitch chat, if you are in the bleachers and Phil walks over and says, "Hey, what do you see? What should I do right here? What's working? What's not working?" And he just overtly asks you for an opinion. What do you say? What do you tell him? What do you say to do? That's not a rhetorical question. I'm actually wondering, what do you say? Veit putting the ball in the play here to shoot to win game 1 of the second set. And he does, right down the middle. They need one more game, and they will be the senior doubles champs. But as it is, it doesn't look like things are going very well for the black side of the table for Phil Schlaefer and Lotus Chesbrough. There he goes. That's the near side that he didn't shoot at all first game and most of the first set. That's a strong, powerful, square shot. And if you're Don, it's scary that that's the first thing he does right there. That's the Nolan Ryan fastball. Good luck. And again, Veit just continuing to go long. Just continuing to go where he's allowed to go. Again, Phil just dominating on the 5-bar. Even when it gets blocked, he just corrals it right back in, gets into position, and just smoothly along the wall. Such a nice pass, and he has another shot. I'd love to see him go back to that pull side. Just wait until he sees it and just explode. And he goes push side. That's the 3-bar that we saw last night, where he just had absolute command. Doing what he wanted to do, shooting at will, scoring at will. And he's up 2-1. The breaks will come. Those are even out over time. That's just math. It helps that it comes in this moment. But if you're saying that's a lucky break, I disagree. I say that's just math. That is just math. And again, she knows it. She's looking up. She's another long, and they finally they got a switch on the right side of the table for once. But you just park a guy out there. You could probably literally tell him, I am not going to let you go far. Not going to let you go to the long hole. Look to hear from Phil if he scores here. And he doesn't. He was going pull side. Don could. Oh, that's painful. Don couldn't quite reel it in. Phil hits it right back to the 3-bar. That's rough. The momentum is definitely on the right side of the table. And I really want to believe that Phil is telling Lotus, just don't let him go long. She's laughing, so I feel like he probably said something that's not related to foosball. Probably something just to relax and have fun. That ball is not put into play legally right here. If he shoots this, it goes right to the 5-bar. And nobody called it. That is the table not knowing the rules. Because that's a rule that's new in the last 5 years or so. 5 years or so. But he did not put that ball in the play in from the timeout. But didn't get called, so it doesn't matter. Just don't let him go. Exactly. There you go. Don't let him go long. Comes back to Phil's 5-bar. And, of course, he gets another shot on his 3-bar. Allen says, I don't think so. Okay. We're going to hear from Phil. That is a good shot. He finally established the pull side. He established the middle. And he just rips it 2 in a row to that push side. And the pressure in this moment is definitely on the left side of the table. Michael Veit and Don Cisar. That's a safe clear. Just send it up the table. And again, it's a good clear. Nice contain. Fails to clear it. And again, if you're blocking this shot, you just cannot let him go long. He may be straight, but force him to the middle, which happens here, and get the block. He tries for a left hook. He's 1 for 3 on those. Not the worst percentage for a left hook, but the time that he's shooting those, if I'm his partner, I would beg for him to not do that. Nice clear. Gets it up to her partner. Phil shooting on the 3. He's made 2 in a row, at least. Possibly more. If he makes this one, everybody in the room's going to know. I stand corrected. He made it. Well, there we go. And we got a little volume. And we're going to a final game. No, you're just not looking where you're going. That ain't the camera's fault. We're going to a final game here in the senior doubles final. Michael Veit and Don Cisar on the left. Phil Schlaefer and Lotus Chesbrough on the right. These are not easy names for me to say. I'm nailing the names. Thank you. Appreciate it. We're trying. Match 1 on Saturday. Match 1, day 2. We got a little, hold on. We got a little Rocky action going on over here. A little exercise, a little jogging in place. Okay. Phil's picking it up on the 5. Got to be. Phil's 5 is dominated the entire match. Phil has not struggled on the 5 this entire match. He has absolutely had more possessions on his 3-bar. Probably, maybe by like a 1.5 to 1, or maybe even 2 to 1 margin over Veit. Now that his 3-bar's kicked in, things are looking a lot different. Game 3 underway. Ball 1. Whoever wins this game wins the title. Senior doubles at Moneyball Northwest 2023. And Phil, again, on the 5-bar, he has. If I ran the numbers after this match, I would be happy to bet money that he's over 60%. his passing percentage might be better than Lotus's clearing percentage, which is saying a lot in both directions. Veit here with another shot off of a failed clear, and there's that inside game. She was in a reverse, and he just slid it through. So she's going to probably need to stay in a standard defense to not allow that. Clears the ball here up to Phil's 5-bar. Nice brush down. That was a steep, steep brush down. Phil setting it up here on his 3-bar. And again, the corners are where he likes to go, and if he's, which is where he goes here, and he does that really well. That is a nicely executed push side. That is fast, it's square, and it's hard. Just can't ask for much more than that. You can just hear the difference when he shoots it. And again, Don just clearing the ball, gets it to his partner's 3-bar. That's a funky shot. He was trying to go long. He cut it back just a little bit. I don't know if that was a squib or something else. Two to 1 favor of Veit and Cisar. The winner of this game wins the whole thing. And again, Lotus kind of struggling to clear a little bit. That was a desperation clear. It works. And again, Don clearing this one up to his partner, this time on the 5-bar. And another shot. And he's wanting to go long. I think the long might not be an option for the rest of this match. I think they've decided, you know what, you did your damage. So you're going to go straight. You're going to go middle. You're going to do some other weird stuff that's not long, but you're not going long. 3-1, Michael Veit and Don Cisar. They need 2 more to win the championship here, the senior doubles event at the Moneyball Northwest 2023. Nice getting those loose balls. He really is. He's doing a great job of picking up really anything that's within reach there. You can really see from this angle. It's just out of reach. Just barely out of reach. Failing to clear here. Doesn't cost as much when it comes back to you. Definitely helps when it wiggles in as it bounces off of basically everything on the table. Don taps the table, which should be a technical foul, but we won't go there. And a timeout. I'm flying solo for this match. As you can see, my homie, Adam Gilson, getting here after this match, which was planned, by the way. That wasn't unexpected. I typically roll through a little earlier. Sloppy Cisar, yeah, it was pretty sloppy. You know what? You make money off that though. You clear the ball, stuff happens. Good things happen. This third game of the second set is just I would have lost so much money, and it's that right there just kind of punctuates everything that's happened. It has just not gone well on the right side of the table. Shooting for the title here. Right off that inside post. That was there, too. He just cut it back just a little bit. Nice shot. 4-1, now 4-2. This match is not over. You must score the 5th goal. They will not give you the trophy if you don't. Look for a timeout here. Yeah, it's a smart play. He was running out of time a little bit. He had a few more seconds, but ball was getting a little squirrely. He's probably feeling a little. You have a couple timeouts. Go ahead and burn one. I like that. It's 4-2 in favor of Veit and Cisar on the left. They need one goal to win the entire thing. And he's going to get a chance right here. And there we go.
Great match. Great match. Yeah, buddy! That's seniors.
Well, fortunately for them, the match went better than that post-match high five, fist bump, whatever that was. And congratulations to Michael Veit and Don Cisar, the senior doubles champion for Moneyball Northwest 2023.